broadcasting to you from an undisclosed location deep within the Swamplands. This is Tales from the Swamplands, an old swamp radio show curated for your contemporary capacities. I'm Benjamin Gaunt, author, disc jockey, speaker of truths, purveyor of fanciful fallacies, and all-around scholar of our dear metropolis here in the Swamplands. Hey listeners, you've made it back to another episode of Tales from the Swamplands! If you've been following along since the start, that'd make this outing number 6 into the winding streets, trails, and tales of our fine swamp. Unless, of course, you've been listening since before the utter destruction of the previous studio and its entire catalog of episodes. In which case, those previous outings still live on in your memories. A silver lining, to be sure. But enough about memories and loss. We covered the former last week, and I'm sure the latter is coming any day now. Instead, let's kick it up a notch with this week's topic. This week's topic is excitement. Is this week's topic why I'm giddy as all get out? Perhaps. Could it be that I've acquired the last disc to complete Orlean D'Alto's extant discography? Not quite, but I'm almost there, save for a couple of special editions. Is it because I'm cooped up in an undisclosed location day in, day out, hiding from the peeping eyes of the fold, tirelessly chipping away at the undefinable marble that is my artistic and informational contribution to society? Who's to say? There's lots of reasons to be excited about something. From a life-changing opportunity to your favorite gum coming back in style, there's plenty of excuses to find delight in life. Is it easy to do so? For some, more than others, maybe. But even from my bunker, I know full well how hard things can be these days. The demands of work threaten to snuff out the joys of life, and the leering keepers of Mel and the figurative belfries make things harder for most folk every day. Not even by accident. More often it's by design, to distract and inhibit all else from their drones. Now, I'm not prescribing the solution to economic inequality, or saying that the struggles it produces are a laughing matter. They aren't. At risk of going further down memory lane and its possible Fold-sponsored tripwires, I'll just say that I've had plenty more opinions in the past about how to deal with oligarchies and their religions of capitalism. Are said opinions why I'm holed up in an undisclosed location, invisible to the Fold and their wasp-mounted specters? Well, let's say they're not why. But a number of opinions, half-truths, and surprising whole truths in these tales are enough to tick off the Fold on their own. So it should be of little surprise that I've taken precautions. But to get back on track, railing against the Fold with my musings and tales does bring me no small amount of excitement. Aside from the obvious risks, I can speak my truth to the world at large and do so in a way that aligns with my introspective, and often wacky, sensibilities. No matter where you are in life, or how stressed or down in the dumps, it's important to find the things which excite you. With the web and its expanse of media and resources, there's little reason why one can't find something that sparks joy. Even a mote in the darkness. And maybe it won't be massive, and it won't fix all your problems. But that excitement will remind you why we're here, humanity. To experience, share, and make life more full and exciting for one another. 'Cause despite how uncaring some people can be, I believe that most folks want people to be happy. Who they consider worth their attention, and what some capitalistic overlords have to say about it, is a continued conversation for another day. Simply put, if you find your life full of excitement and joy, remember to share a spark for others whose flames are sitting dimmer than they'd like to be. Let's think on that with a quick word from our sponsors. If that excites you, then good. I'm not much for advertisements myself, save for necessity, but as long as it ain't hurting anyone, who am I to yuck your yum? Off to the races.
Hey, I'm Trip Miramy. So this is awkward. You know about Amber Tech? The heavily regulated, extremely volatile goo that runs every bit of technology throughout our society? You've probably seen it. It glows a greenish yellow, has innumerable qualities still being discovered daily, and it runs everything from bug chips to holoscreens to bidets to tablets to data centers. Well, as of today, I'm the proud owner of the Swampland's largest stock of off-brand and aftermarket batteries. So that's cool. It's a veritable gold mine, a downright buffet of oozing power sources. You see, my father, Grecian Mirami, he's a well-known figure throughout the coffers, you may have heard of him, just decided to finally involve me in the family business. Woo! Specifically, by signing to me the rights and liability of every square inch of this treasure trove of whining batteries. They're starting to whine now. Coincidentally, he just went on vacation. To the chain, I think? Or somewhere in Basalia? I'm not quite sure. There was too much shouting and briefcase stuffing. He'll be back soon, I think. But I appreciate his confidence in me. I'm just not sure if I'm in the business for thrumming battery storage. So since I have all these fine power sources for free, I figured I could pass the savings on to you. Come on down to Tripp's Discount AmberTac Battery Liquidation Warehouse. No, we don't have a sign yet, but we've got all sorts of AmberTac batteries, from the functional to the partially drained. I even think some are spitting fumes. Probably a feature. Currently, we're having a special deal for the grand opening. Buy one battery, get another one free. Or 2, or 10. Just take them, please. And if any coppers or the Folds Technomancers are listening, I know my rights. I'm simply making use of the free market. And this definitely isn't a cry for help. Oh, I gotta go. They're starting to... Well, gravity's getting weird in here. I may have to tie them down. And possibly myself. Okay, that's it. Bye? Hey, I'm fine with the one take. You should probably get out of here. Oh no. No!
And we're back. Status update. Currently, my cauldron of excitement is bubbling over. How's about I put that energy into the introduction of this week's tale from the Swamplands? We return once again to the ongoing chronicles of a gradually more responsible detective and his gradually less responsible partner in crime bustin' in this week's edition of Neil Silva, Private Eye.
Strap in, dear listener, for another episode from your favorite intrepid investigator. He roots out the plots of evildoers and rights the wrongs committed daily against the everyday Swamplander. Life in the Swamplands is hard. It gets a lot harder when you're flipping over rocks looking for trouble. I'm Neil Silva, Private Eye. I may not always know what I'm looking for, but boy can I flip a rock. Last time on Neil Silva, Private Eye, Neil tackled his biggest challenge yet: accountability. Or, at the very least, the threat thereof. But with such responsibilities come sweet rewards. Namely, a lead in the investigation and the trust of his newest partner in crime busting, Regina Gray. But can Neil learn to trust her, a figure as mysterious as she is persnickety? Don't ask me, I'm merely the humble narrator of this week's Neil Silva, Private Eye. Some would say it's a matter of opinion. All I'm saying is you shouldn't judge what you haven't tried.
I can't believe I'm having this conversation with you.
Look at you, in your ivory tower way above the riffraff.
Actually, I can. It really adds up if you think about it.
Admit it, you're afraid to try Rochi Burger because of what people will think of you, what you'll think of yourself.
Oh, I'm afraid, all right. Afraid of what my headstone will say when I die to fast food. Then again, the mortician's probably used to it.
Got another number 7 on wheat. Hold the mustard. Please. Rochi's passes its food inspections. Usually.
You would think a passing grade was good enough. C minus. Sounds good to me. I'm too busy coming up with food puns.
First of all, that doesn't sound anything like me.
Beg to differ.
Secondly, I do a lot more than whip up food-based quips.
Oh? Expanding into cutlery?
And third, we're here.
Oh. We are, aren't we? Time flies when you're defending roach meat.
Defending what meat?
So, Detective Silva, what's the plan?
Simple. We go in there, catch them red-handed in nefarious acts, and receive our long-awaited adulation of the masses.
Wow. That's all you've got? I know they say to live in the present, but...
Well, you got a better plan?
Yes, Rory's plan. We head in, lay low, get eyes on the service elevator, and make our way down when the time is right.
Oh, right. Yeah, he always was the big picture guy.
Well, not everyone's a painter.
Meaning?
Oh, there's the entrance. You ready?
Maybe. You know that feeling when you're standing on the edge of a precipice? Like it's calling out to you, but you know better than to jump?
Nope.
Oh. Wow. Well,
Didn't you literally jump off a balcony? Like today? A couple of hours ago?
All right, point taken.
Sorry, the club's full.
Full? What is it, a trash can?
Excuse me?
What he meant to say was sorry, or please, or literally anything helpful.
Sorry for offering constructive criticism.
Forgiven. Now, move along.
Of course. Or we would, except,
All right, what is it?
It's my, we...
it's our anniversary, and we've been dying to celebrate. Here. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. I've been saving up for tonight. Only the best for my love bug.
Love bug?
I appreciate the theatrics. Really helps to pass the time.
Youngby. What gave us away?
It couldn't have been all the hemming and hawing.
Actually, it's the premise. She's way out of your league.
Oh, well, you know, I just do what I can.
All right, I know the game. First, you gotta pay the cover. There you go, my good man. That should cover it.
Oh, great. Bus fare. Thanks.
So, did that change your opinion?
Only on wage inequality. Final warning. Leave before I get bored and roll you down the road like a dung beet.
Noted. Let's get out of his hair.
Wait. Harold sent us.
What?
Oh, right. No, wait, it was Henry.
Nope.
Ellen sent us.
Not even close.
Harvey?
That's not even a name.
Horace?
Fine. Close enough. I mean, how could you forget? It's a name.
Well, it's not exactly a...
And why not lead with that? Coming up with an obviously false premise like her dating you?
Now, wait a minute,
Neil, it's all right. We don't want to push our luck.
But fine, sure, go on in. Enjoy the show and don't pull any more crap like that. Got it?
Loud and clear. All right, darling. Let's get going.
Fine. So, could I get my bus fare back?
What bus fare?
Never mind. So this is the diving beetle.
Never been? I pictured this as prime real estate for cloak and dagger work.
Undoubtedly. My previous profession was more office-bound than you'd expect. Not by choice, of course. Raising a stink tends to get you in the hamper.
Oh, right. Hello there. Welcome to the snazziest, classiest, hippest little joint this side of the dome. How many for tonight? Just us, thanks. And, if it isn't too much trouble, could we get a table on the balcony? Sure thing. Let's get you seated.
I think you were taking my precipice comment literally. My thirst for balconies has been sated. For now.
This isn't for you, darling. I want a better view of the performers.
Right. Got it.
Here you go. A table for the lovely couple. Can I start you off with some drinks?
Water's fine.
All right. And you?
Can I get a Sazerac on the rocks? Wormwood wet and double twist.
Sure thing. Coming right up.
Hey, that wasn't apple cider vinegar. Your temple. What will the parishioners think?
Oh, them? Let's call it renovations.
Geez, what a work site. I suppose the next question is, have you been here before?
Once. A long time ago. I don't get out much, frankly.
You should. All cooped up in the office all day. No thank you.
I find my excuses here and there. But work?
Is a pain. A slog? How is it working for a senator?
Work is work. Speaking of, there's the service elevator, right wall near the back.
Aha! And there are some blue-robed figures. What are they hauling in those crates?
Nothing good in all likelihood.
Or they could just be restocking.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
All right, let's keep an eye on their movements and lay low for a bit.
agreed. We should keep to ourselves, have a drink, listen to some jazz, and act like we're on a date.
Right, of course. Gotta keep appearances. Small talk. Weather, sports, commerce.
What are you doing? Have you ever been on a date before?
Of course I have.
In the last year?
Well,
2? Longer?
all right, enough about me. How about you? It's been, what, a week since your last dalliance?
Excuse me?
Doesn't feel so good, does it? More recent?
Well,
Or longer? 2 weeks? A month?
that's not... I don't really...
Wait, Gina, when's the last time you've been on a date?
I'm your client. I don't see how that's relevant to the investigation.
You're my partner, and it has become very relevant very fast. Gina, have you never been on a date?
What? That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous notion.
Maybe, but the two aren't mutually exclusive. I'll take your silence as an answer. Well then, fictional or no, congratulations! This is a date. Two people vacillate between awkward monotony and shocking revelations. And if they're lucky, they can have some fun while doing so.
I didn't quite imagine a date to involve splinter cells and food fights.
Only the best ones do.
One Sazerac on the rocks, wet and twisted. And a water. Can I get you anything else? A mint? Extra napkins?
Oh, I'm fine. I just gave my bus fare to the needy.
I got this covered. Feel free.
Oh. Well, all right. I'll have, menu. Ugh. The same? I'll have the same.
All right. One more Sazerac coming up.
I didn't take you for a rye, ma'am.
No? I can manage more subtlety than just food puns.
That's actually not what... Never mind. All right. I think I'm getting a hang of this date thing. For the investigation.
For the investigation, of course.
Right. What say we ask more questions?
I'd be amenable to that. You first.
Oh, I wasn't... All right. What made you want to become a cop?
My mom. She was a great detective.
Really? That makes sense. Is she retired?
Yeah. From most everything. A few years back now.
Oh, Neil, I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. You didn't know. My turn. What got you into your work?
That's complicated.
Really? More complicated than good grades, a friendly face, and nepotism?
No, actually, that's a good summary.
Oh. Well, there you go. Is working for the government all you ever imagined? Like your wildest dreams?
No, it's challenging, demanding, full of surprises. Each assignment is unique.
Assignment? That's a weird word for filing papers and answering calls.
Well, I mean, the senator has irons in lots of fires. Sometimes that means looking into varied interests to help him keep informed on goings-on.
Ah, that makes sense, I suppose.
But to answer your question, I guess the same as you. Family. Expectations are often the death of individualism.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm doing all right. There are plenty worse off.
Like Merritt? Or your friend? Nothing new at the door. But anyways, your friend...
Nope. My turn.
All right, shoot. I'm an open pamphlet.
Your last date. Spill the beans. Who were they? Why'd you break it off?
Well, that's some 8-page pamphlet stuff. Sure, why not? We lived on the same block, went to the same laundromat. She found me charming, and I found her...
Attractive?
available. Sure, she was cute and headstrong, but I was just appreciative that she was even interested. Admittedly, not a great basis for a relationship.
No, not really.
We had a couple dates, but the chemistry wasn't quite up to snuff. Mind you, this was nearing my early retirement from the force.
Okay.
So I went my own way to work on myself, away from her and the force.
Oh, so you were the one to break things off?
No, it was her. But I still went my own way, after the fact, with some shreds of dignity still intact. So, your friend...
Oh, your drink's here.
And another for the mister. So, what are we celebrating tonight?
Justice.
Love.
All right. Well, that's distressingly vague. I'll leave you two to sort that out.
Neil, this is your last chance. You don't have to come with me. I wouldn't want anything to happen to...
You're worried about me? I should be worried about you. There's little room for espionage between the filing cabinets.
It's just... I have a habit of getting other people into trouble, and I'd rather not do the same to you.
Look, there's no getting rid of me at this point, all right? It's do or die. And now that I'm here, I ain't backing out. Call it professional courtesy, call it an investment. I'm not letting you go into the antlion's den without backup.
An investment? In what?
Oh, I was hoping you'd call it the other thing. That's not very professional of me.
Neil?
Yes? Oh, that's your hand. On my hand.
I know. Is that okay?
I mean, very. But, oh, look, the blue-robed weirdos.
You're gonna change the subject? Now?
Well, we should probably get a move on. They won't be in the storage room for long. And if we're looking to...
Jump them and disguise ourselves with their robes?
Right, exactly. Who needs a plan when we have each other?
We do?
As partners. Speaking of, you never answered my question about your friend.
And you didn't answer mine.
Well, Yep, they're heading into the storage room. Let's call it a wash?
Agreed. For now.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2...
Are you gonna bust the door down again? And make a ruckus? In the middle of the club?
Oh, right. Good point.
Did you even check if the door was locked?
Break doors, ask questions later. I guess some cop habits die hard.
Yeah, I guess so. Are you ready?
Decidedly. Let's take this again. 1, 2, 3. Hey, what are you doing in here? Would you believe us if we said marrying the sauces? Nope, not in the slightest. Well, it was worth a shot. Shall we?
Gladly.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that was straightforward. You did great. Where did you learn to punch like that?
Lucky, I guess. Maybe you've been rubbing off on me?
Probably not. My style is a bit more unrefined. All right, time to get these robes on. I can turn around while you change.
I mean, there's no need.
Oh. Well, but this, we gotta...
Throw the robe over your clothes. They're large enough.
Right, that's what you meant.
You were gonna go skivvies under the robe? What gave you that idea?
Well, them.
Oh, well, that's a choice.
Sure is. And the choice of underwear...
Let's not dawdle on undergarments.
Yep, this sounds like a date.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. All right, my robe fits. And you?
It's a bit big, but it'll do.
So this panel has a security protocol on it.
That it does.
No free passes, it seems. All right, we could wait for backup to come looking for the mooks. Stay in character, join them down the lift. Or maybe pry open the door and find a way to rappel down. I could grab some tablecloths from the storage.
Or I could use this. And we're in. Easy as pie.
Oh, well, that works too. Where did you get that key card?
From one of the mooks. Didn't you check their pockets?
Well, they weren't wearing any,
On the robes.
Oh. Hey, these do have pockets. Just a paperclip and some gum.
Well, if we need to make a peace offering or file papers, I'll be sure to come your way.
So, where to?
Well, there are only a few levels, but something tells me we're heading to the sub-basement.
Good instinct. Top floors for kingpins, basements for cults and cabals.
Oh, is that in the police handbook?
Well, crime comics. So, yeah, pretty much.
Comic books? I didn't take you as much of a reader.
I'll read, if there are more pictures than words. I'm kind of a small picture guy.
Clever. All right, this should be it. You ready?
Heading into the darkened basement of an unfamiliar structure to blend in with a mysterious splinter cell of a government agency/religious sect? Easy, no problem.
We just need to blend in for a bit, do some fact-finding, and leave. If need be, we can return to the station and give Rory anything we learn.
Just one last thing. What do we do about your friend? You said they were involved, but that's all. I don't want to stick my nose where it doesn't belong, but...
Yes, you do. You're literally a detective.
Fair, but I'm not trying to blow up their spot. Or, more accurately, yours. I'd rather not come to blows with a friend of yours. How do you suppose we deal with that?
I'm hoping we don't see them.
Really?
Well, sure. I don't want them to be involved in this. I just have a suspicion that they are.
And what gives you that notion?
Call it a hunch? Or, if you'd like, espionage. Working for the government has its perks.
All right, noted. Well, for your sake, and mine, I hope you're wrong.
And with these righteous acts we bring unto the wanting such glorious revelations of the body, the mind, and the soul, all lines intersecting the spirit of the flesh, and every junction birthing the flesh of our scattered spirits. What sin is there in becoming, in the manifestation of that which was, is, and ever shall be? What lies fill our halls, of a path untrodden, meant for only the lightest of footfalls, for heralds, for messiahs? What is light without the flame? What is fear without salvation? What is a voice without a song? There is no empty sacrifice in the pursuit of truth. There are no tragedies in the unfolding leaves of fate. You are all witness to the grand realization of that which was foretold, that which is inevitable, the very purpose of our existence, around which the sparks of our lives orbit, glitter, and fizzle into nothingness. And yet, merely by becoming vessels of its will, seeing the blood and bone and sinew of its becoming, do we transcend. It is a gift to witness the birth of the inevitable, and to those beyond the tidal pools of time and understanding, there is nothing. Darkness, quiet, numbness. Theirs is an existence bereft of meaning, of truth. These pitiable wanderers sulk through the liminal spaces between the glistening beams of our very reality.
This is not what I expected.
I know.
They may never see the light, no. But in their vague stumbling through the darkness, we see a reflection of what we are not.
A break room, a warehouse, not dozens of blue-robed figures listening to some prophet.
I know.
Of a life without purpose, without direction, without the truth.
He's talking about fate and destiny and sacrifices. When is that ever a good sign?
I know.
It seems we have some visitors.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no! That can't be good. It's not just me, right? Neil and Gina are in a heap of trouble. And what of Mr. Merritt, or Gina's friend? And what about the duo's chemistry? Let's hope everyone survives long enough to find out next time on Neil Silva, Private Eye.
That ending was less exciting than I remembered. More ominous and upsetting. Perhaps I blocked it out? Or in the back of my mind, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, and anxiety got the best of me. You see, despite what I've said throughout the show today, excitement ain't always what it's cracked up to be. It can come from anxiety or mania. The what can often be mirthful, but the why ain't always as such. Excitement, as mentioned before, is like a spark. With it, you can make a fire, a symbol of warmth and respite in the dark of the night. But fires can go out of control. And worse, they can be started on purpose. Passions and infernos are simple to invoke, but harder to tamp down. Sorry, lost in thought there. All I'm saying is that excitement is powerful, but hard to focus. It's the energy that is spurred on great achievements, huge mistakes, and even atrocities. As a matter of fact, the Swamplands is a perfect example of this. The metropolis's actual name, the city of Lozit, comes from the name its Colmic founders chose when settling into the swamp. Originally Anker Lozit, it can be translated to the City of Flame. The exact reason as to why they went with this name is debated, but many people believe it was meant to serve as a symbol that in this dark and cold world in which we find ourselves, where our drive and intellect vastly outweigh our size, we can create something larger than ourselves. Was that a lamplit beacon of salvation, or a bonfire fueled by arrogance? Time will tell, but for now I'll let you be the judge. But it goes to show you that even a single spark can be fanned into the largest flame. Does that mean that we cease excitement altogether? No. I like liking things, as do most people. But like the amber tack that fuels all of our technologies and conveniences, it can be both fruitful and volatile. Take care with your excitement. Don't squander it, don't misuse it, and make sure to save some to share with others. That's all for today. I'm off to recombobulate this roller coaster of emotions. Was my initial excitement due to one too many cups of coffee? Most signs point to yes. May you make your tale what you wish it to be. This is Benjamin Gaunt, signing off. Good night.
Tales from the Swamplands was written, produced, and, well, pretty much anything else by me, Sam McGrath. Music was written and performed by Morphalia. You can check them out in most places at Morphalia. That's Morphalia. You can follow Tales from the Swamplands on most social media at Tales from the Swamplands or The Swamplands. And if you've got a second to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or simply share it with someone else, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for listening.